Well, good morning, everyone. It's not quite 10, but that's okay. I'm just making sure everything's good. And if somebody could just pop on, whoops, if somebody could just pop on, wait a minute, I didn't want to do that. Oh, what is going on here? Why can I not get this up here? Oops, hold on. Well, I am live, but I don't know what is happening here. Why can I not get this? Well, can you hear me? This is ridiculous. What the heck is going on here?
Check on my phone and see.
All right, please check. Yes. For some reason, I can't get me on here. Ah, what happened? Oh my God. I don't want to have problems yet. It's 10 o'clock, everybody, and I am trying to, I hope you can hear me, but for some,
Yeah, you're all set. Oh,
but
no.
you can't see me.
No, can't see you.
All right, I am trying to fix this. Oh, God. What the heck is going on? No, I don't want to do that. Let me see. I can... Oh, my God. What is happening here? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Can you see me now? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello? Yes, are you there? Is anyone out there? Kathy, can you see me?
No, yes, now.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Okay. Hello. Good morning, everybody. It is 10. Actually, it's 10:01. First of all, I have to apologize. Kathy, you're going to have to shut
Yeah, I will.
Okay, thanks. I have to apologize for the fact that... Hey, good morning, Kathy. I have to apologize for the fact that I'm a mess because I just came from the Y. I've started back at the Y in the swim program. So, I'm wet. Well, I'm not. My hair is wet. Anyway. Okay, so we have some fun things to show you today. Is anybody else out there? If you are, please, 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 please pop on and say hi. So let me just show you what we're going to do here. Let's switch this over. And these are the cards that we're going to make today. Actually, I didn't show you this one on my newsletter because this was an afterthought. But, the reason it was an afterthought is because guess what? The ghost returned my stamp set. See? Here it is, watercolor shapes, and this is the craziest thing. So I went through all of my stamps, pulled everything out. That stamp set wasn't there. My IA comes over, my incognito assistant comes over. She goes to the closet and she pulls it right out. So you see, there is a ghost in my house. But anyway, so this is the card that Leslie Percival made a couple of weeks ago on her good morning, Leslie. I'm speaking about you right now. Love that stamp set. Yes, I do too. So this is the card that she made. She made it a little bit differently than I did, but I just changed it up, but it was exactly the same. So the exact same template. So I'm going to show you how to do that one. And then I'm going to show you how to do this one. So I think what I'm first going to do is I'm going to start with this one. I love Fresh Freesia, and I'm so happy that it is not retiring. It is not retiring, folks. I don't think. Okay, so here is the Fresh Freesia base. And we're going to fold it, of course, like we always do on this fun Friday. And then the next thing I shall do is I'm going to take, I love the hollyhocks. Yeah, me too. I took a piece of basic black cardstock, and I don't think you can see, but I ran it through the there we go, through the textured embossing folder. See that? You can see that? All right, so I shall add a little bit of adhesive to this, and then we will put it on the base of the Fresh Freesia, and then we will carry on. So I get a little bit frazzled when my switcher doesn't work, but we figured it out, so that's all good. So hopefully there are other people who are going to pop on and say hello. All right, so here we go here. So here is the black. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of basic white. And the basic white measurement on this is 3, let's see, it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I cut it down a little bit. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the watercolor shapes stamp. The rectangle one. Leslie used this one. I loved it. Both the rectangle and the circle are beautiful. So here is my ink, and I'm just going to ink this up nicely, like this. Talk about easy card. This is a wicked easy card. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm sorry about my hair. I'm sure you've seen that, but I have to make sure that I get it centered. And then I'm just going to rub my hands on it like this. And voila, look at how pretty that is. Then the next thing I shall do is I'm going to take the hollyhock stamp and some, let me get this out of the way, and let me see, where is my Memento ink? Is my Memento ink, oh, here it is, right here. And I'm going to take Memento, and I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it half on the rectangle and half on the basic white, just like that. Oh, I didn't need to use my PS pad for that, but I did. That's okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do, this is going to be a thank you card, so I'm going to stamp thank you. Talk about easy and fast. Half on and half off, just like that. Look at how pretty that is. And then I'm going to take my Old Olive and my Fresh Freesia, and I'm only going to color the areas on the white, not on the Fresh Freesia. Just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of interest, like this. Little tiny bit, not a lot, just a little, like this. And then this one down here. Okay, and I'm not coloring the whole thing in because I don't want to, because I can. Good morning, Colleen. Thank you for popping on. Yay. Colleen. Exciting things are happening in Colleen's life. Colleen is very involved in the organization Eastern Star. I'm a member too, but not as involved as Colleen. And Colleen's got a big year coming up because she's almost the grand poobah of the organization. So it's very exciting for her. And by the way, Colleen, one of the favorite colors that your mother-in-law loved was Pretty Peacock. And guess what? That's a returning Stampin' Up! Color. So you may be interested in that. It's such a beautiful color. And she did some really beautiful projects with that. So anyway, that's the coloring I'm going to do on that. Look at that, how easy that is. Then the next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of adhesive to this piece. Talk about easy and fast and fun. And here is this. And we're going to put this right in the center. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty card? Oh my gosh. Look, wouldn't these make just lovely gifts too? I'm always thinking about gifts. You can have gifts for people. So there is that. Now, the inside, of course, has to have a little bit of love and attention. And so I'm going to bring back my hollyhock stamp with my Memento. And I am going to stamp just a little bit in the lower right-hand corner, like such. And then I'm going to take my envelope and do the same thing, although the envelope is going to get the whole image like that. I'm not going to color them. I'm going to keep it very easy, very simple. Then we'll just put this in the center of in the inside of the card. And this one is done, my friends. Now, I don't remember where I got this from, but I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Look at this. How pretty is this? These could be thank you, sympathy, thinking of you, just a hug, whatever. But there it is. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And thank you, Leslie, for sharing this project. I don't remember who the original, but you know what, Leslie? I'm giving you credit. It's a Leslie Percival card. So there. Okay, so that's that one. All right, now let's bring in this one. This is the one that I'm bonkers over. And I apologize once again. I gave is it a Gail Ellis card or is it, I forget who it is. Now see, I should have written this down, but I just came from the gym, so you know I didn't have time. But anyway, it's fine. All right, so there's the card. So let me bring on all of the supplies that we need for this. First of all, we're going to be using some crumb cake, which I absolutely love. So here's my crumb cake base. And then here's my inside. But what I'm going to first do is I'm going to take this little piece of paper, which is the top piece right here. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take what I took from the dyes, the Organic Beauty dyes. this die set, which has all of these dies in it. There are 11 of them. And one of them, these have all of the flowers and leaves and buds that go with it. But this is the filigree pot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on just like this. Now, I'm going to tell you that I took a piece of the thick white cardstock and I ran it through and I poked out all the little diamonds. And I'm going to use this. Now, on the other one, the sample, I used regular cardstock. So this is just a little experiment to see which is going to be better. All right, so what we do is we take this and we're going to put it onto this little piece of paper. And I'm going to use a piece of washi tape. Now, let's just review washi tape. Washi tape is very, very sticky, but what you want to do is, for this, when you're using washi tape, to secure a piece of paper to another piece of paper, and then you're going to remove it. What you want to do is you want to put it on your shirt or something like this, and have it go back and forth a couple times, because you want to take off some of the adhesiveness, because you don't want to ruin your paper when you don't, because it will pull up on your paper. So anyway, that's that. Actually, I'm going to put one more piece on this side. So see, I'm just going to take a little bit of it off, because you don't want to pull up your image and ruin it. So let's just put this on just like this, a little tiny smidgeola right there. Okay, next thing, I'm going to take my blending brush, and I actually experimented, and I found out that the blending brushes work perfectly. I did use a dauber, but the dauber gave too much of a daubing impression. I want this to be nice and smooth. So what I do here is I take my blending brush, and I'm just going to get some ink on it like this. And the thing about blending brushes, you don't start on your paper, because if you start on your paper, you're going to get a big blob of that. So what you do is you start off the paper and start rubbing it in like this, and go all the way through to the other side, and then come back and get a little bit more of your ink like this, and then start it here again and bring it in like this. And see, what's happening is you're giving that ombre, you're getting that ombre effect. De-stictify, that's a perfect word, Leslie, to de-stictify it. All right, so there is this. I think I'm just going to add just a little bit more, like this, okay? Like that. And then, now the magic, we're going to take this away, and I'm going to very gently pull my paper. Now see, it comes off without taking any of my image, which is good. And let's see, this, and there we go. Actually, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit up here. There we go. I just noticed that there was a tiny, tiny little area that wasn't filled in. All right, so now we lift this off, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty, pretty, pretty? And I think it worked really well with the larger piece. It worked fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on here, just like this. Actually, you know what? I'm a little concerned about this. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim that out just a smidgeola, because maybe now I'm rethinking the thick paper. Maybe I should have used the thinner paper. I'll have to play with it again. So this was my experiment. Now that has to be trimmed, and then this is going to have to be trimmed a smidgeola. So let me just trim this out too, just a little tiny bit. What this is a piece of the crumb cake that I ran through the textured embossing folder as well, and you can see that. See that? There you go. Okay, so now let me bring this in. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is trim the top of it off just a little tiny bit. Yeah, I'm not happy with this little extra rim around it. So I will take that off there. Okay, that's much better. All right, now I'm going to put some adhesive on this. This is such a pretty card. And again, these can be used for whatever purpose you want. All right, so this is coming in like this. And I'm going to bring that up just a tiny little bit. Equidistant, east, west, north, south, like this. There we go. And then I'm going to take this piece. And remember, when you're working with an embossed piece that's got a lot of detail, like this has got lots of hills and valleys, You have to be careful when you're applying your adhesive. I could have used Tombow, which is probably what I should have used, but I didn't. But that's okay. All right, so here's this. I'm gonna bring that right to there, like that. Can you see that? Perfect. Hey, Kathy, thanks for popping on. All right, there's that. Then the next thing is I'm going to take a piece of black. Now this piece of black is 1 inch by 4 1/4. And I'm going to add my ribbon. Now this is that nice gauzy ecru color ribbon that we have. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to add a little piece of adhesive to the back. Actually, a lot of adhesive to the back. And then I'm going to put this on like this. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to bring this down like this. Kathy, are you still with Jill? Now, yeah, let me know. Are you still with Jill? Kathy had a very lovely visit with Jill, one of our friends who moved from Franklin to North Carolina. North Carolina? I get my Carolinas mixed up. Who's going where? All right, so this is, oh, you know what? Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one, because I cut this a little bit shorter, less wide, I'm going to just overlap it a little bit. I think that will be fine. There are no mistakes. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's going on like this. Oh, Barbara Lash, you silly goose. Wait a minute, let's take this off. Yep, hold on. Let's see if I can get this off. There we go. I forgot to stamp the flower. So we have to have the flower. Here it is, and here is my memento. Oh, that would have been terrible. All right, so let me ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it once here, like that. Normally I would have done this off before I put it on, but that's okay. There are no mistakes. And I'm going to do a third one right down here, like this. There. Okay, now I'm going to come back in, and I will add just a little bit more because I did take this off, and I want to make sure this is going to stick nicely, nicely, nicely. Isn't that pretty? That's from Fitting Florets, that stamp. Beautiful. Okay, so here is this. This is going on just like this. You know what? This would be pretty in other colors as well, but this is, I copied this from Gail. I think it was Gail. God, I can't remember now. I did make a mistake. I sent out an apology because I never want to make an error in giving credit to the artist who actually did this. Hey, Doreen, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So then I took some black cardstock and I cut out this from the Butterfly Brilliance dies. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that die. Isn't that pretty? Yes, still in beautiful Sunset Beach, North Carolina. Well, do say hello to Jill. All right, so here we go. I'm sure they're having fun. The men are probably out golfing, and Jill and Kathy are in Jill's beautiful stamp area, stamp studio, and having fun doing all kinds of things, I'm sure. All right, so here is this with a little tiny mini dimensional, and I'm going to put it on just like this, like that. Isn't that pretty? And of course I have to have some Wink of Stella, and I'm going to wink this up. And I could have done it off, I could have done it before I put it on, but that's okay. And I'm letting the butterfly fly, haha, get it? Let it fly, because that one dimensional will hold it nicely. But this is really pretty like that. So there's this, okay? Oh, God, I love Wink of Stella. The new catalog is out. We've seen it, folks. It's going to be very exciting. I am going to try desperately to get the retired list out to you again today. I've had terrible problems with my server, and I've got somebody, Techno Whiz, helping me fix it. Lots of the in colors are gorgeous, and not only the in colors are gorgeous, but we've done some retiring. They've done a color refresh, and during the color refresh, they've taken some colors out. And that's sad, but you have to say goodbye to the old and welcome the new, right? Okay, so then I'm going to take some of these adhesive back dots, and I'm going to put them on. Now, where is my pick-me-up tool? Huh. Well, you know what? My scissors will work as well. And I'm going to use these milky ones. These are the kind of, these are really pretty. I like the way these look on this. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to take a small one and put it maybe there, and then another small one over here, maybe like this. Now, on this card, I'm not going to put a message. On this one I did, because this is going to a person as a thank you card. But on this one, I'm going to leave it blank until I decide what I want to do. I'm not sure, but I will have a message on it, and I will put a couple of glossy dots on that when I decide what I'm going to do. So that's that. So now the inside, with the inside, I'm just going to take this Fitting Florets floral image again and stamp that like right here. Wait a minute, like this. Oh, I should have used my PS pad. Whoops. Oh, silly me. There are no mistakes, not to worry. There we go, and here is this. There, perfect. Okay, so this is the second card. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? God, that is such a pretty card. I just absolutely love it. So these are the cards that we're going to do for next week, Monday and Tuesday. So if you're interested, let me know. Here is one, and here is the second one. Here we go. So let me know. Porch pickups, mail outs, whatever you want, let me know. Okay, so now I have one more thing to show you. I know I put it in my newsletter, but I just wanted to remind you. I'm going to do this class in 2 weeks. I forget the date. I'm so, like I said, I just came from the YMCA, and I literally ran down here, and I didn't do, my hair is still wet, blah, 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 but I didn't bring my calendar down, which I normally did. But anyway, look at these cards. Aren't these beautiful? These are the 10-year celebration for Paper Pumpkin. Can you believe Paper Pumpkin has been out for 10 years? But look at how beautiful these are. Aren't these pretty? Oh my God. Wait a minute, let me see if I can bring it up this way and show them this way. Look at how beautiful they are. Now, I did put them in the cello bags, but this is the kit. However, we're going to be making these cards on that class day. Look at this one. The colors are just beautiful. These kits have really just Stampin' Up! Has upped the game. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So what we're also going to do on that day is you're going to make 2 cards, but the third one is going to be a project. And this is the project. I did post it on my newsletter, but I didn't have time to make it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this card front, and this is going to be right on here. We're going to place it on here. So I'm going to show you, this is the actual template that my IA was very kind to make for me. So this is it. This is the template. We're going to take this template, and we're going to use this card front and use this as the template and make up this little box. And in it, you're going to be able to put some seeds. You can put whatever seeds you want. So there's information about this class on my newsletter that you should have gotten on Wednesday. So there you go. That's it. So my friends, here we go. That's it for today. I'm sorry that it was a little bit hectic in the beginning, but we got that straightened out. There are no mistakes in Switcher. Well, that's not true when you have a technological bimbo like me. Anyway, it's fine. All right, I wish you a lovely weekend. It is spring here. It's a little chilly, but there's no snow, so that's all good. Enjoy the rest of your visit, Kathy, with Jill. Everybody have a great weekend. I love you all. Thank you so much for popping on. It means a lot to me, truly. Namaste. Enjoy. Bye.